Hello, welcome to your DATA³ toolkit number 17. This is the Data and AI Project Manager. We've all been there, haven't we? It's scarily common for technology projects to take longer than you expect, longer than budgeted, cost more than you expect, and not deliver what you actually required in the first place. And this can hurt. It can break your budgets, frustrate your stakeholders, and damage your personal reputation as well. As the founder of DATA³, we're a global award-winning data and AI consultancy. I've worked on 200 plus data projects for 80 plus organizations. So I've seen a lot of data project mistakes and a lot of data projects that have not delivered to time, quality, and budget. And that's why we've created this toolkit. And this toolkit is free for our community to use. You can download it, use it as a checklist. It's part of a suite of 18 super simple practical guides on data and AI topics. And it's designed so you can get things right and so you don't forget things. The Data and AI Project Manager is designed to ensure your project runs to scope, time, cost, and quality. Great data and AI projects deliver successful outcomes. They deliver all required deliverables as they were exactly defined. They deliver within the agreed timeline. They deliver within the agreed budget, and they just feel great to be part of. But not many projects achieve this. So in this toolkit, we're going to cover off the challenge, the usual mistakes, how to set your project up for success, and the process you need to follow. So when it comes to data and AI projects, there are some huge mistakes that business leaders often make. And these mistakes can cost the business tens or hundreds of thousands. It's really, really common. I'm sure all of you, everybody reading this and listening to me will have the painful experience of projects going over budget, not delivering to requirements, being really hard to work on, and just painful and frustrating for everybody involved. And that's what we need to avoid. So the usual mistakes, there's kind of 4 of them that I see. Firstly, it's a big mistake is not defining the business requirements well enough right at the start. And then if you don't do that, you don't know what you're trying to achieve. You don't know whether you're going to deliver. Like it's just one of those things. It's a bit like sharpening your axe before you start cutting down the tree. It's just going to cause you pain later. And as hard as it is to spend all that time on business requirement gathering, it will speed you all the way up and really power you for success. The next one, common mistake, is building the same old things. So you've had things in Excel, you then build them in Power BI. What was the point? What's the point in just rebuilding the same things you've already done? Really common, and then nobody's happy, nobody's satisfied. Third common mistake is not thinking big enough. So being so focused on today that you don't think about what might happen tomorrow, how might technology evolve, how might our customers evolve, how might the market evolve. So not thinking big enough. And then not enough planning is the other usual mistake. Just not having a structure, not being robust about it, not being consistent, and just running things in a bit of a lapsadaisy way. So what can you do? Well, firstly, you need to be thinking about setting the project up in the right way. You need clear objectives, you need a vision, you need to have a clearly defined scope, you need to be thinking about the technology you're going to use, the resources, how you're going to govern the project, what the risks are, what the budget is, and what the timeline is. And this checklist is designed to make sure that you cover all these things right at the beginning when you're thinking about your project. The next side of things is then the process that you need to think about. Firstly, there's this really crucial setup stage that no matter which other stage you might miss, don't miss this one. This one is the most crucial. Get yourself set up for success right at the start. Do all the basics, get all the tools and communications and meetings and everything really well defined. Number 2 is then define the requirements. What actually you're trying to achieve at a super detailed level. Make sure you're really clear what the solution is and what you're building. The next one is designing the solution and really making sure that it's going to meet those requirements and that everybody fully understands what it is, what you're building, any limitations, any issues right up front. Then you need to build it, then you need to test it, then you need to launch it, and then you need to support it. And this is where it's all about consistency and making sure you've built this all the way through. So there you go. There's our toolkit for getting a data and AI project set up. You've got a checklist there you can use. It's part of our full 18-step DataCube toolkit. You can download the whole thing or DM me if you want full access to it. If you want to chat through your data and AI challenges, you can book in a free consultation call with me or somebody in the DataCube team.